Hello, Lemon.
Hey,
Fuck you
hey,
anyway.
hey, hey. Set echo.
I don't hear one.
That should be better. Better? No, I got Streamlabs set up finally.
Oh, nice.
So I'm kind of messing with that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you not my screen? You're supposed to be right there. Right.
Mm. What do you want?
No, I'm on my Titan. I'm on my bread and butter. There's no champions in the epic, right?
I don't think so. No, there shouldn't be. There's only Banes.
Only Banes.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Sonic artifact that way. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What happened?
Oh no, now
Oh
you're just
wow.
along the wells.
Um, I think so. It's like its own damage buff, but I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
yeah, it is radiant.
Okay, yeah, so I can bring shrapnel on. That should be good. Do I have sacrifice I can use?
Mm. Ooh.
Okay, is that... Okay, is that...
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Bienvenido.
Mm-hmm. Tuesday.
What's Tuesday?
Reset.
What about it? It's just another.
Or
I mean, the store
rest.
update, but yeah.
Should probably have a special weapon on.
Let's see.
What are we running?
La Radia. You've done everything but final boss, right, Lemon?
For a new raid? Or...
No, for the epic grade.
No, I've done everything in the other raid.
Okay.
He hasn't done Epic yet.
Yeah, I haven't done Epic yet.
Okay. Have you looked into the mechanics?
They're pretty much the same.
Oh, no.
No.
So if you were doing so in the what's the one that floats in the middle, Goopy? Hydra one. Ad clear is essentially still ad clear. But every other position, and that's the only one where sort of your position, if you were ad clear, hasn't changed. Because in that one, now the people that go into the rooms, they're going to see two different things that light up, and they need to tell their counterpart outside, which is now, because you know how before you had the people in the rooms and the people out of the rooms. The ones out of the rooms were just shooting that center column. Well, now the ones out of the room, let's say it's me and you on left side, okay? And let's say that Goopy's doing ad clear on left side. So that's the full left side combo. I'm inside room, you're outside room, Goopy's ad clear. Well, now instead of you just needing to shoot that middle column, which you still need to do when it comes time for it, there's also 6 new eyes on the outside. So I'm going to call out 2 numbers. I'm going to say 2 and 4. And then on the outside of that room, these 6 new eyes, you need to shoot numbers 2 and 4. And you need to be standing in the boss's light this entire time, because if not, your buff will go away. And plus, you can't see the things correctly if you're not. So you need to be rotating around the boss the entire time. But anyways, you're going to...
When you get to damage, you just float around the outside and shoot the eyes.
No, this isn't damage. This is just like... Normally,
that's what I'm comparing it to. Like, you just rotate and shoot the eyes and take damage when you're adding.
yes, you got to shoot them on the wall. And when you shoot the 2 on the wall, one of them is going to stay lit up for you. And let's say that it's number 2. Well, then you would call out to the right side room to the guy who's inside that he needs to shoot 2. And the same thing on right side. The inside guy is going to see 2 lights. He's going to tell his outside counterpart. The counterpart's going to shoot both of those. And then he's going to call out whichever one stays lit for me. And then me and the guy on the inside rooms have to time it so that we shoot our inside eyes at the same time. Now, when we shoot the eyes, there's going to be seekers that spawn out of there, the little detainment guys. There's going to be 3 of them. There's going to be 3 on the inside on each room, and then there's also going to be 3 in the outside middle. So if you're standing near the boss, which if you are doing any of the roles, you pretty much have to, you need to make sure that those die or else you'll get detained. Also, the ad clearers will shoot at them, and they should be, but you need to also watch your own ass. So then, that's one eye set. We have to do that. We have to do that for all 6 eyes. So for every single 6 eyes, or for every single eye, there's going to be 2 call outs and then 1 called back, and then that's 1 eye, and then another set, and eventually you get to 4. Once you get to 4, the people that are outside, that would be you and whoever's on right side, we'll say, just in this scenario, you then need to stay standing in the boss's light and make the normal call out of top, left, or right. And then obviously you'd make your call out and say that it's top. The guy on right side would shoot your side of the column, left and right. Let's say he called out right, you're going to shoot top and left. And then you go back to doing the inside outside room eyes until you get done with 6. Now once you get to damage, there's 4 shields now, and his damage never goes away. You can shoot in between the slits of the shield, but instead of just 2 people getting called and they just like kind of rotate them out there with everybody, the 2 people that get called into separate rooms. Like one of you's in left and one of you's in right. The boss is going to be in there. He's going to have a rotating shield. You need to stand in that rotating shield, shoot the 6 surrounding eyes, and then the middle eye. Once you shoot the middle eye, it'll transport you back to mid. Once you're back in mid, there's going to be 4 shields around the boss. 2 of them will have lights for you. You need to shoot those 2 center eyes. You won't have the 6 eyes anymore outside. It's just those 2 middle nodes. But you're going to get 2, and whoever else gets called in is going to get 2 once they come out of their room. And then you go into damage. That extends damage. And then it'll call 2 more people. They go in, they shoot their 6 eyes, then the middle, then they come out, and then they shoot the 2 shields that they can shoot. And then they continue damage, and then rinse and repeat. And that's honestly the least affected one. Let's talk about the sniper. Well, the sniper, you were maybe just dunking sand before. Well, now, only certain minotaurs are going to drop certain colors of sand. The way that you can tell is where the minotaur spawned, there'll be a little hourglass there that you can see which color of sand he's going to spawn. Mm-hmm. So and the way to tell, there's a whole bunch of mechanics and a way to tell which one is which color, because it's a whole mess. But you have to know. So now there's going to be call outs. Somebody's going to say 2 and 4, and somebody else is going to say 1 and 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, you need to make sure which color was 1, which color was 2, which color was 3, and which color was 4, because you need to dunk those, or else you're just going to die. And if you don't have a minotaur that's spawning with that color, there are ways to reset the minotaurs. You just have to take one of the pieces of sand and dunk in the ring that's above where the boss would stand. So you go through all that, you get them all. Damage is largely the same up until the very end. Wait. Doesn't he go up top and you have to do damage while he's standing on the plates, basically, Goopy?
You can do that even in the normal one.
I understand that, but what I mean is on this one, I don't think he stays standing at the bottom at all. I think he comes down there and then he teleports back.
I think I remember seeing something that he
But yes, but then I know at the end, so that's what it is. He does. He teleports up top, and you have to just keep on shooting him up top. And then you're going to there's like a last stand mechanic on this one, and you have to. So each plate is going to give everybody. So you're going to have 2 people on each plate, 2, 4, 6. Each one's going to get a different buff. You need to find the boss that pertains to your buff that's standing on the platforms up top, and keep in mind there are fake ones. You and your partner, whoever was on the plate with you, we each need to kill those bosses, those 3. Once we kill those 3, the cyclical, absolute, and constant, then the final boss will transport back down to the bottom for the final stand, in which case you just nuke him. That one, it's kind of foggy in my memory. But then the other one, So the mechanics did change of the building one. If you were just a sand dunker before, but in my opinion, it's better. It makes it easier for the sand dunkers because now minotaurs are going to always be spawning at all 3 locations. And each minotaur will only drop a certain color. So let's say it's red in the caves, white at top right, and then blue is the other one, mid, or I don't remember. You'll always know where to get what color of sand. And the ring does matter with the sand. There's going to be a certain order. It'll be white, blue, red, or blue, white, red, or red, white, blue. But you will always continue to keep on doing that order. And I believe after damage phase, it resets back to the first one in the list, not the previous one. So let's say it's white, red, blue. You're going to go kill the minotaurs that drop white. You're going to go, you and your teammate, 2 at a time is the best way to do it. Because once one person dunks, or 2 if you do it at the same time, the color then changes. So if you both go get white, and then let's say you jump through way too early before your teammate, well, his white's going to be null and void. Like if he jumps through, he's just going to die because now the color's changed. So the best way is to do it 2 at a time. But I think that makes it easier because now you're not chasing the boss and trying to figure out where the minotaurs are at. You know where they're at. You just need to remember which ones drop which color and which color the ring wants at that particular time. I think that one's probably the easiest encounter. The climber has extra shit, but they have to read out, like, the climber will tell everybody, like, oh, the shooters have to shoot certain colors too that the climber calls out. And they have buffs that can change, so the people that are shooting the blocks, like the caves, might have to switch with the guy who's up top, or it's a whole mess. And then the boss encounter is completely new. There's pretty much nothing that pertains to the old one. And one big thing to know is every encounter now, so let's say, well, here, we'll just start it this way. The very first encounter, you remember that boss mechanic where he has that electric laser that he shoots around in the pools and you can't stand in it? That is going to be, that will be on your first encounter. And then let's say the first encounter that you do is the sniper one. So you go through the sniper, you beat the sniper, and then you go over to the Hydra. Well, now in the Hydra encounter, instead of having the rings of death, you're going to have the laser that you need to avoid and break the timer with. Everyone is going to have something that gets brought over from the previous encounter. So let's say with all the mechanics and all the, but not the first. You won't have the puddles on the ground now of the laser that from the boss fight. Now you're going to have the laser that comes like from the sniper, the death laser. And then let's say that you beat the sniper and you went onto the Hydra, or went on to the climbing one. Or no, sorry. Let's say you beat the Hydra and then you went onto the climbing one. Well, from the Hydra, it brings the detain bubbles. So you always have to worry about getting detained. And you can't shoot yourself out of these ones. These ones are, your teammates have to shoot you, I think. And let's say that you beat the climbing one. Well, and also I didn't mention this about the climbing one. The climbing one, you remember how you had that thing that bumps you up in the air? Like on the timer, ding, 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 and then it fucking bops you up. Well, now instead of just bopping you up, it suspends you and you can't use any of your abilities. Well, when you beat the climbing boss, the next boss that you do is going to have that constant, I forget what it's called, but the bop you up in the air and suspend you shit. So it's a lot. It makes more sense like once you kind of watch shit or done it, but it is quite a bit more shit to do in these for everybody, especially the people doing mechanics, but even the people that aren't doing like the full-on mechanics, whether you're ad clearing or just kind of dropping sand off, it's you still have a lot more to think about.
Yes, I want to trust the website. Okay. 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 Okay
will actually find this
In the
useful,
find
but
a
some
stand
folks
and
wanted it,
the
so
sniper, everyone has to get a buff. 2 on each one of the 3 plates.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Oh, okay. I was
yeah.
watching the video, I wasn't sorry.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So again, I'm definitely going to want to have like a scout or sniper on the damage chain.
Yep.
Yeah. Either that or like
Moving all
mint
over
is
the
good,
place.
or like an LMG. If you're rocking an LMG for heavy, like I could probably end up running Thunderlord on that boss.
Yeah, I might, or even Outbreak too.
But yeah, we're gonna have to be shooting him from range. The only reason I won't run Outbreak is because I want to run mint.
Yeah, because casting, well, I have slicer, so casting that's separate. So I could run that.
Yeah, it's decently gnarly.